I need to put on my shoes real quick. See these shoes? These are my, what are they called?
Those are my sandals.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to a
brand new video.
Where
Today,
every day.
Shut the we love each other. So happy.
You sound hella different.
Huh?
You sound like a different person.
Do you want me to be that person?
Go ahead.
Later.
Stop f***ing with me.
Today is Vlogmas.
Why does she keep on saying Vlogmas?
It's Vlogtober and Vlogmas. You tell me you ain't never got them mixed up?
No, you said it in Juliet's room in the vlog. You said it on Snapchat. Damn.
So today is Vlogtober day 15, and we are so excited to bring you guys this new story time.
This story
We're
time.
actually not excited. This is just like super funny.
This one's juicy.
So as you guys can see by the title, Devontae met. You want to come into it? You don't want to be seen? So today we're going to be talking about the time that Devontae met Juliet's biological father, and this was a crazy time in our life, in my life.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
So this whole like them meeting and everything happened probably like 2 or 3 years ago, when me and Devontae first got together. We were barely like a few months together, and then that's when everything happened. But before we get into today's video, if you guys haven't already, smash this video right here with a huge thumbs up, you guys. It really helps us. It lets other people be able to see our channel. That way our channel can grow every day.
Yes, and we're growing fast, and I love it.
I know. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, hit the little bell icon down below to get notified every single time we
post a new video.
And so for those of you who are new to this channel, or at least relatively new, my name's Anicia.
My name's Devontae.
Her name's Juliet. His name's Sire. And this is the Life of Us Vlogs.
Where every day it's more.
Give it to me, I'ma take it.
Alright, you guys, so this story time is gonna be like ultimate juicy. It's probably gonna be the juiciest story time we've ever done on our channel.
So you guys,
crazy.
Yeah, so you guys know I don't talk about Juliet's father ever. But whenever I do, I make sure that I'm very respectful, and you know, just because, so a lot of you guys don't know, but he's actually not in Juliet's life. He hasn't been in her life for years, and whenever I choose to share stories like this with you guys, or choose to just speak about him, period, it's just because I just want to like let you guys know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys literally know everything about us, so this is just something that I've held off on for a long time. Just because it was sensitive, not sensitive to Devontae, but like, it brings back a lot of emotions, you know what I'm saying?
Whenever he's like the subject of a video, well, he's never actually been a subject of a video, but whenever he's the subject of a conversation inside of a video, it's kind of like we don't just think, oh, today we're gonna do this. Like, we talk about it for like weeks on, or even days.
Yeah,
and
or
we're
should
like,
we even do this?
Yeah, exactly. So like, this is obviously like a big step. Well, I mean, kinda in a way, it's just mine and his interaction. But anything involved with Anicia and him, that's like a huge fucking step. Like, that's rare to even hear anything about like their past relationship or anything like that. But
yeah,
you know, it's just, I don't know.
Let me just start off by saying this was the first and only time that they ever met. So around this time, Juliet's dad had just gotten out of somewhere. He just got out and he wanted to see Juliet. He had his family reach out to me, and I had already been in contact with his family. And they had reached out and they were like, hey, you know, he wants to see Juliet, blah, blah, blah. At the time, I was super naive, and I was just like, just dumb, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. So I let him come over. Well, we had agreed to him seeing her. We hadn't agreed on like a time or anything like that yet. And around this time, he just like showed up.
So, okay, I want to know, and if I was the viewer, I would want to know, why did you agree to it? Like, even though you knew, like, you were with, well, I can't even say even though you knew you were with me, because it wasn't for you, it was for your daughter, but, like, did I just answer my own question? You were just doing it for Juliet?
Yeah, it was just for Jules. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. I was home alone with Juliet, and I heard a knock at my door, and this was when I was still living with my grandparents. So I heard a knock at the front door, and I'm like, who is here? So I got up, I went to go check. And
this was the craziest, like, interaction, too. Like, it's insane. Like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So I got up, I opened up the door, and I noticed that it was, you know, it was him. And Jules was standing right next to me.
what ran through your mind when you like looked at him in his eyes, like you seen it was him? Like what? Like how? Like
I don't think I looked at him in his eyes. I could never make eye contact with him. It's really hard. When I seen him, obviously when I realized that it was him, like my heart dropped. Like I was just like, what? Because like what? Just because it's just crazy. Like I wish I can get into it, but I really can't.
If you have like such like a traumatic past with someone, and then you go like months or even a year without seeing them, and then you see them like in public for like the first time ever, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like you tunnel vision kind of. So
basically, that's kind of like what I did. I kind of like, I don't want to say I blacked out, but like I kind of was just like, whoa, like this is crazy. So automatically, you know, he sees the baby and he's like, hey, and then like I just opened up the door because of whatever. So he walks in and everything's fine. And I just started freaking out because, you know, my anxiety was already really bad. And then
I gotta ask, like, why didn't you ask him like what are you doing here? He kind of just showed up and you seen him. He said, "Hey," you open up the door. Like, what?
I didn't talk to him like that. I would not talk to him like that.
I understand that, but still, like, if I seen my baby's mother, like after a year or something like that, and she says, "Hey," or whatever, I'm not just gonna fucking like open the door and be like, "Hey, come in," like, you know, like, so why?
It was just like, I kind of like blacked out. Like I was just like, oh, he's here, like, okay. And like I'd open the door and like I literally didn't think. So I open up the door, he sees Jules. Jules is like literally just like, what the heck, because she doesn't know who he is. Well, she knows him, but at that time she had already forgot about him. So she was just like, what? Like, who is this dude? Like, why is he, you know, like, what is he, why is he saying hey to me, like he knows me or whatever. So she lets him pick her up, they sit down, and I sit down on the other couch and I'm just on my phone, and I'm automatically I texted my mom or my grandma, and I was like, so-and-so just showed up. And she was just like, okay, and I was like, I didn't say he could. And she was like, well, we're not home, so somebody has to be there to supervise you guys, and nobody's there. And I was like, okay, but I didn't know he was gonna come. And so then I text my mom, then my mom texts my brothers.
Yeah, her mom, oh my god.
Yeah, then my mom texts my brothers, or I think I text my brothers. Somebody texted my brothers. Then after that, I texted Devontae, and I was like, dude, like, so-and-so's here. Like, I was freaking out just because, first of all, we were not alone. It was him and his mom and me and Juliet, so, you know. But still, like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically him and me and Jules. So I was kind of just like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know if he's going to argue with me right now. I don't know, like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I was just really scared. So then literally within like, I want to say 10 minutes,
your brothers and your sister.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, your brothers, your mom.
So my brothers and my mom pulled up. I can't really talk about what happened then, but so they pulled up, that happened. And then while everything was going on, his mom, not Devontae's mom, Juliet's biological dad's mom, she was holding Juliet. And Juliet had knew her, like, I think she was pretty comfortable with her. So when Devontae had pulled up, literally.
Okay, so
like,
let's go back to when you told me. So I don't condone to going fast. I don't condone to any type of like fast driving or anything like that. But I remember the day that Anicia texted me and told me, oh, like he's here. I kid you not, like I just fucking instantly tunnel vision. I got inside the car and I was pushing at least like 130 or 140 on the freeway. Like I was just fucking zooming like on the straightaways, and like when I got there, I just I parked the car obviously in front of the house, and then I looked and I seen the door was open. I heard like yelling coming from inside the house, and I was like, who the fuck is yelling? I go in there. Just long story short, words were being exchanged from her brothers. I walked in, he was just sitting on the couch, and then as soon as I walk in, I look to my right. And I see that his mom is holding Juliet. And then I look at Anicia like...
I was sitting across... I had went to the room at first because I couldn't handle what was going on. And then I came back out of the room.
Yeah.
And then he like was talking to them about me. Yeah. And then I was just like, what? Like, dude, shut up. Like, not saying anything bad about me, but like just what he was saying. I was just like, you don't feel that way. Like, shut up. And then
it's stupid shit, like, oh, you know how guys be. Like 96% of our audience is girls, so you know how guys are. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I walk in, I see that his mom's holding Juliet. I look at Anicia like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck she holding Juliet. So I literally like, I don't even fucking say anything to the mom. I don't address the mom. I address like obviously her brothers, and then I get Juliet out of his mom's hands, and then I like.
But
I
Jules was
her,
like, when you were walking up, remember she was like, Dada, Dada.
Oh yeah, and like I felt so cool because she was like, Dada.
Jules is already calling Devontae Dada, and like she was like Dada Dada, and like that's when Devontae got her. Then after that, like everyone kind of like sat around for a minute. My brothers were still talking to him, and you know they were still like talking about how everything had ended, how everything went down, and it was just crazy. And then after that, he ended up leaving, and he had said, you know, next time before I show up, like, you know, by myself, I'll call before and I'll make sure that somebody's here and da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then he left. My brother stayed with me, and we never seen him again.
So I want to go into detail about this. I want people to understand. There are a lot of people in our audience who don't understand why, like, where's Juliet's dad? Why doesn't Juliet's dad see her? Obviously, we can't answer those questions. Anisia can't. I
can answer them, but I'm just not going to.
And
I just don't feel comfortable.
It's really not I'm not in the position to where I could really speak on him and their relationship really as much as I want to, but I can, however, say, for those of you who don't understand why Juliet isn't like associated with him, is because when he had first came over to Anisia's grandma's house, a topic did get brought up in regards to him seeing Juliet, and she wasn't saying anything. It was all her mom. Her mom was talking to him about, you know, coming up with some sort of way for him to come see Juliet and, you know, get involved in her life. So obviously me, I'm just bitter. I'm just sitting there like, fuck no, like he does not deserve it. He does not deserve it, plain and simple. And like that's just all that needs to be said. But of course, like what's best for Juliet is what's best for Juliet. So Anisia's mom was pretty much saying like, okay, come this day, whatever, come this day, do this, you can see her. And then after that, no one seen him again. He didn't show up. He never tried to contact Anisia. So it's like, that's why he's not involved, is because he just doesn't care. So I don't know.
Which honestly, like I said, I wish I can get more into detail about it, because I know a lot of you are going through that same thing or have been through that same thing, and it's something so hard to overcome. I still to this day cannot fathom somebody not wanting to love my daughter, or somebody just not, like somebody that she came from, like just not wanting to be involved with her, and she's so beautiful, and she's so, like, her soul, she's just so innocent, and everything about her is just so perfect. And I still can't fathom the fact that like somebody would like disown her in that way. You know what I'm saying?
I wish push her to the side and be like, I'm just gonna focus on my life. Like, what?
I wish I can get into it, but I honestly I can't bring myself to doing that, and I just don't think it's smart, just because I do want to be respectful, and you know, just let you guys know my side of, you know, my life and things that happened in my life, and this happened in my life. My boyfriend now, Devontae, since I never introduced you to my channel. So my boyfriend now, we've been together for a long time, and him meeting Juliet's biological dad was super big. Mind you, they never like, oh, what's up? My name is Devontae. My name is blah blah blah. That never happened. But they knew who each other were or was, whatever. And that's pretty much just that on that.
I just gotta say, we're always prepared. Like, we're prepared for anything and everything that could possibly happen in the future. We're prepared.
I think that pretty much sums up this story. I know it was super quick and it was just like a quick little story time, but I just thought it'd be something that I can share with you guys, because like I said, I know that a lot of you guys are going through something similar as well. Maybe for today's video, hopefully the comments are on.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but if they're not, maybe for today's video, I can respond to some of your guys' comments or DMs. If any of you guys want like advice or tips on what to do in situations like these. And
I really love when you guys DM your like stories or anything like that to Anisia, because Anisia tells me about them sometimes. But I also want you guys to DM your stories and stuff like that to me, so that way I can read your guys' stories and like we could talk about it and stuff like that, and possibly reply. So
maybe I can reply to some of you guys and give you guys some advice. Something that I can say before we end out this video is, if you guys are currently going through something like that, or trying to get over something like that, or
even trying to get out of something like that,
just honestly, it sounds so cliche and so like, you know, everyone says that, I get it. But just stay strong and literally don't give up. Put your child before anyone, and put your child before yourself, before your significant other, before anyone. Your child comes first.
And another big thing is too, is like, obviously I have never been in this type of situation, so the only thing that I could really do is give advice, and I can't sympathize for individuals who have gone through what you've gone through or are currently going through what you have gone through. I can only empathize because I've never been in that position, so I don't know what it's like. But the only thing that I can say that I think would really help is if you have a child with an individual that you really don't want to be with, whether it's because of a physical or mental toxic relationship,
or you guys just grew apart.
Picture yourself in this situation. Picture your best friend going through that situation, or even picture your child going through that situation. Your child comes to you and asks for your advice on what they should do. Whatever the first thing that comes up to your mind is what you should look towards doing. Yeah. If I come to you and you're my best friend, I'm saying, hey, I'm in this, you know, toxic, physical, mental, you know, abusive, toxic relationship. What do you think I should do? The first thing that comes up to your mind is exactly what you should do. And I know it's easier said than done, but you need to come up with ways that you can just make it happen, because it's not going to get any better from here. I promise you. Like, it's not.
I just feel like if you have to rethink anything or think about something twice, then you already know you're doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is just kind of...
If you're watching this video, and you feel emotional towards what we're talking about, then something is not right in your relationship. Something's not right in your life.
No, that's not true. Because some people could just feel bad, and they're probably in a relationship.
Okay, yeah. But if you currently are going through the situation and you're getting emotional about, you know, what we're talking about, then something has to be done. Like, something needs to be done.
So, like I said, you guys, I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video or took something out of today's video. Like I said, it was just a quick little story time, but also something to like inform you guys and just let you guys know, just to stay strong. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, because I know I never really talk about Juliet's biological father or anything like that. So
there's actually something that we really need to talk to you guys too, whether it may be the next video or 2 videos after this, but it's actually the status of our relationship.
Oh yeah, mine and yours.
Very surprising. So look forward for that video.
So if you guys haven't already, smash this video with a huge thumbs up. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Also, hit the little bell icon down below to get notified every single time we
post a new video.
And so for those of you who are new to this channel, or at least relatively new, my name's Anicia.
My name is Devontae. Her name's Juliet. His name's Sire. And this is the Life of Us Vlogs, where every day it's more. I think we should say something like inspirational.
Where every day is more.
This town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.